Optimism at Barca, with the continuity of Xavi Laporta, will try to get the coach to reconsider after playing the Classic. He is the candidate, and there is already absolute consensus. The coach should take a step forward if he wishes. A lot has changed since Xavi Hernández announced at the end of January that he was leaving at the end of the season. The coach, then, knew he was being questioned by the poor results, and understood that he had to step aside for the good of the club. Months later, the team has made a spectacular change and can aspire to the two most important titles of the season. At Barca, they will try everything to ensure that Xavi continues with his project, and there is a certain optimism because now he is seen happy and proud of a squad that has grown with young people and that can have a spectacular future in Europe. Xavi had a bad time in January with the resounding knockout against Madrid in the Super Cup, the elimination from the Cup against Athletic, and the failures in the League, especially against Villarreal at home. It was after that match when he informed Laporta of his irrevocable decision to leave and announced it publicly to try to reduce the criticism from the environment and thus free the players from him, mired in a worrying game crisis. His action has been a balm because from then on, the locker room has reacted, and they have not lost a game for more than 2 months, some of them very committed. In this period of time, both Laporta and the sports vice president, Rafa Yuste, have expressed total confidence in Xavi and his work. They have stood up for him, and internally, they are pressuring him to back down, even though they respect his decision. The sporting euphoria has grown worse, and the president wants to talk at length with the coach to convince him and give him the tools he needs, convinced that the model of success is on the way and that Xavi cannot leave now. The president's conviction is total, and he has defended him internally before people who might have more suspicions about his continuity. Laporta has studied possible options to replace him. From the internal option with Rafa Marquez to top-level technicians like Tuchel, Nagelsmann, or Flick. But he understands that the figure of Xavi is above them. He knows the house, the squad, and, most importantly, he is a club coach and a legend of Barcelona fans. That is why he renewed it until 2025 with another optional year, being clear that he was going to forge a winning project. Barca came from nothing, and the coach has been able to build a team that is beginning to be feared in Europe. Now the whole ball is in the coach's court. Xavi has been maintaining his position firmly, claiming that his thoughts have not changed at all since he announced his departure at the end of the season, and he will maintain that speech until the objectives are achieved or not. The coach knew that the month of April was going to be key, and for now, there is nothing to talk about. He appreciates the support of the president, the board, and the sports management, and little else. Starting with the Classic, Xavi will have to define himself. And there is optimism, because the coach knows that something big is being built, and his bravery with young people can end up forging an important team in the long term. It is evident that the coach will impose conditions, and everything could happen by signing at least 2 top-level players to strengthen the team and fight for all the titles. And the club is going to try. His future is more open, and there is a lot of hope for him to continue, but the first thing for everyone is to get through to PSG.